First up, Colston Loveland. And Mike, I'll come to you.
Very easy to see why he's number one on all of our lists. I mean, super productive, young. I mean, a lot of these guys we're going to talk about are young on this, but he's, for only a sophomore to do what he did when he's kind of like an easy projection in the NFL, because you already saw the usage in very much an NFL manner, in that not only can he go in line, but he also can split wide. Obviously, it's a little on the undersized right now, but has to be expected. Not a lot of sophomore tight ends are like Michael Mayer, where they're already, NFL caliber sort of blockers. So hopefully he fills out a little bit more. I trust that he will, but just such a natural wide receiver, such easy route running ability. To me, even compared to a guy like Michael Mayer, who a lot of people had in first round mocks, I think he's a better prospect and a more projectable prospect as a receiver in terms of like athletic traits. I wouldn't put him in the Kyle Pitts, Brock Bowers. I don't think he's ever going to reach that status of prospect, but he's a pretty darn good one. Would not surprise me whatsoever if he ends up the first rounder.
So, Producer Harry, we need a bell. We need to ring the bell every time we get a Notre Dame name check. So Michael Mayer twice already. Rick, you're going to squeeze the squeeze balls to death when you get through this thing. So,
my point of Brady Quinn reference as well.
Brady Quinn. I mean, he's going to the golf tournament, so he has to mention Brady Quinn. Mike mentioned it. Colston's going to be a junior this year, so we'll try to keep up with what classification they are as well. 6'5", 245 unofficial, so slightly on the undersized side. But I was really impressed watching him, Rick, because I hadn't watched him closely because we've been watching Roman Wilson and JJ McCarthy and all the other guys that were coming out. He's a lot of fun, and he does feel like of all these tight ends, probably the most likely to end up in round one.
Yeah, no question about it. I think he's a first round talent. And when we get through these other guys, I think that where everybody's all over the board right now, it's almost like pick your flavor on what you like and don't like in a tight end. But he's clearly number one. I think he is unique in the receiving game as a playmaker. He has excellent hands. He can stretch the defense vertically. Very good route runner. What I was surprised about is how athletic he is after the catch, and the yards he makes and the explosive plays he makes after the catch. Just like all the guys we're going to talk about, he does need to get stronger in a run game. But I think he truly fits his modern day tight ends in the NFL, where he's going to be a mismatch at the next level.
Yeah, huge catch radius. I thought he gave both linebackers and safety types trouble in the middle of the field for different reasons in terms of trying to cover him. And he had some yak ability. He's not looking to shy away from contact. All right, Rick, we'll get to your comp first, and then we'll play the old game, guess the comp for me and Mike after that. So who's your comp for old Colton? And I'm assuming first round, probably?
Yeah, first round talent. And I went with Dalton Kincaid because I thought Dalton Kincaid was long, linear, really good athlete in the passing game, made some eye-popping catches. So I saw a lot of similarities in their game.
Well, in this example, at least, coming up, it might be a little easier. No Steelers in my comps, so this should be a little easier for you.
Well, just because you're self-conscious now, because I pointed it out on the last podcast.
Well, I'm looking ahead. I messed up on one of these, so that'll be a layup for you. But for this one, for Colton Loveland.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't go with a Pat Freiermuth.
You're spoiling the plot. But not this time. Not for Colton. For Colston, excuse me. All right, so Mike or me? Zach Ertz, Tyler Eifert.
I'm going to go with Zach Ertz for Mike and Eifert for you.
And you would be wrong.
Oh, first one I got wrong.
These feel like similar type players. I mean, you guys make fun of me for our comps, but these feel like they're in the same ballpark, Mike?
They were the same draft, right? I believe Eifert and Ertz came out the same year. And they were that year. I was like, they're similar players coming out. So yeah, I think why I went Eifert is he's not like a linear explosive athlete Loveland. Eifert wasn't necessarily either. Ertz isn't really either. They're not like true speed vertical guys, like maybe a George Kittle or some other tight ends around the NFL. They get open more because they're just like all around good athletes. And so that's what I see with Colston Loveland.
Yeah, I'm with you. So they play Texas on September 7th, and then at the end of the season, they play Ohio State, Michigan. So those are games to watch. And Mike, you think first round as well. Is that right?
I do, yeah.